Let's get to the Mailsack. We'll dive back in. I got great Travis Kelce audio. We got Mahomes.
We found out his, I'll see if I can find the clip. Somebody asked him what his professional wrestling name would be, too.
Travis Kelce?
Yeah.
Whoa, oh, okay. Maybe you can find the clip. If we don't, you can tell us on the other side of this. Yeah. Let's start. I wrote some of the Mailsack questions in. Give me just a second here. Mailsack question. What's the worst job you've ever had?
Oof.
This is an easy one for you. I can answer this one for you.
Which one's that?
No matter what jobs you tell me you held in college or as a teenager in high school, I know the worst job was the job before you worked at the Fan because it drove you to want to work in radio where you don't make a lot of money. It drove you out of that business into this business.
The job didn't, the company did. It wasn't necessarily the job. And I saw some writing on the wall, too, and I think you're a little older. But, no, I mean...
What's your worst job, then?
It was probably... Well, there was a summer, because I had a great job, like, at a grocery store, which I would recommend. I was high school into college, but we came home one summer, and there was a grocery strike, and I couldn't because I had worked long enough and had joined the union at some point.
Oh, you couldn't be a scab.
So we got locked out. Well, it was a lockout.
Gotcha.
So yeah. So I had to go, I was looking for some temporary thing, and there was some farm down in Aurora that you because I worked in the produce department at the grocery store, so you would prepare stuff that went out to restaurants.
Yeah.
And so I had to leave because the onions, when I started chopping onions, I was done. My eyes can't hack it.
Yeah.
And I love onions.
I do too.
But I was like,
I've learned if you don't cut a certain part of the onion, it doesn't make you cry.
Oh, well,
it's a defense mechanism for the onion.
It's like it's like 5-pound thing of chopped onions for this thing out the door.
Yeah, easy one for me. Worst job. I worked at a frozen custard restaurant or shop, whatever you classify it as, in Vancouver, because we were living in Vancouver at the time, and I enjoyed the job. There were hotties. There were really cool, relaxed people.
And frozen custard.
Which you've never had it. It's amazing. It's actually the best thing. I think it's better than ice cream and froyo. And I left that job because I had an older gal that I worked with tell me what I was going to do. She ran a motel, and then she worked at that job part-time, told me what I was going to be doing for a job, told me what the pay was going to be. I quit the custard business. I went to the hotel. I was a janitor. And the first shift, I had to unclog the women's bathroom toilet that had gotten clogged from, wait for it.
Oh, no, don't, no. No, people are eating breakfast.
Yeah, we'll wait for it. You like ketchup? You like ketchup? The water was shooting out of the toilet with red. And that was the moment I said, I went to her office, and she was really nice, but I was like, you lied and misled me. I'm out. You lied. This was not what you talked about doing at all. That was the worst job. I think it was the Phoenix Inn over there off of Mill Plain. I worked at that one for exactly one shift and said, the hell with this job. I'm out. Mailsack question. How often will Gabriel be compared, Dillon Gabriel, to Tua or Mariota? Will it be insufferable? This person saying it already kind of feels like it is, and nobody is saying anything yet.
Unfortunately, I haven't gotten all wrapped up in that yet, so I haven't heard much.
Hawaiian guy from the same high school as Mariota, now at Oregon. I think this is an easy yes.
Yes. But I think after a few games, it'll die down.
Yeah, I would argue if it gets better for him as the season goes on, they start comping the Mariota season the way that they kind of did with Knicks. And then,
I think
Dillon
it'll
Gabriel.
be more of a national. I think locally they'll get through it pretty quick and move on. I think nationally, though, like when, if the Ducks are going to have a season that many project them could be in contention for a Big Ten title in their first year in the conference and college football playoff, and so their games are on national TV, then yes, you will see the graphics up there of Mariota's Heisman year versus whatever Gabriel's doing.
Mailsack question. Somebody asked, if we gave you rain guaranteed every day from November 1st to March 31st, but beautiful weather the rest, do you take the deal? Every day, it's going to rain from November 1st to March 31st. After that, sunshine, basically.
No, I'm gonna parse it.
I think I'm playing the weather.
Is it cold or is it like, can I go do stuff?
Well, I'd imagine it's cold when it's November and December and January and February.
But if you're saying it won't snow, like
yeah,
if
it's just rain.
So it's going to be at worst in the,
right,
low 40s.
Yeah.
I might take that. If some days it's just a sprinkle or a shower or something, it's not like pouring every damn day. If it's pouring every day and we're getting like a quarter to a half inch of rain every day, I'm out. Can't do that for 5 months.
Yeah, I'm going to let the weather gods dictate our weather. I'm not going to take that deal. It sounds good in theory.
Did the groundhog see his shadow the other day?
It did not. It's early spring.
Hallelujah.
El Nino, the Pineapple Express. It's all coming through for us. We had a nice weekend, by the way.
We did.
God, it was glorious. Mailsack question, would you rather wait? This was a story I didn't bring up, and, curious your thoughts. Would you rather wait 2 hours in line for Terry Porter's yard sale or wait 2 hours in line for Mia Malkova? What? I don't know who I think that's a porn star.
Okay.
I didn't know the story of this. Was TP just looking to, is he becoming a minimalist? Like he was selling everything.
I don't know the background, and I haven't had enough stones to ask somebody that might know yet.
They said memorabilia, like all of his stuff is what it sounded
everything.
like.
Yeah. Because he's had that Dunthorpe estate since
for a long
Blazer
time, right?
days.
Yeah.
And
but
I
like
know
his
TP's got some good stuff. His
bobbleheads, his cars, his like jerseys, like they were selling everything. I saw it. I almost wanted to go to it Sunday, but then I got lazy. I'm not going to win. What, I'm going to spend $150 on a bobblehead that I could have got on eBay? I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Mailsack question. Give me a second here. Scrolling. I have a 3.5-year-old. How old or how did/do you deal with young kid tantrums / outright defiance? It's a great question. Nobody's going to be perfect. You're going to have moments where you're going to contemplate shaking that child until they're silent. Like, let's just be honest. You get to that point. I just let them know, like, yo, enough is enough.
Yeah.
But I'm also not going to be physically harming the child.
No.
I will say you need to go into your room and you need to let that out. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm done.
It's more about when you're able to, calmly tell me what's bothering you and we can discuss it, that's fine. But your behavior is such that you can't be out with the rest of the family until you can calm down.
Now, my stepdad.
Now, you might have to listen to him scream and pound and all that for a while.
I would have got a bare hand to the ass at 3.5 if I would have been throwing a tantrum. That's just what it was. But not so much anymore. It's going to happen. You just got to let it play out. Most of the time, they feel weirdly bad about it, or they start kind of cuddling up to you once they've calmed down a little. That still happens. My 7-year-old had a moment last night. She didn't want to read a book. She wrote me a little note. She apologized, and we ended up reading a book. It's what it is. Parenting's fluid. Last one. Favorite Costco item: slice of pizza, hot dog, rotisserie chicken, muffins, or the chicken bake?
Ooh. The rotisserie chicken, I think.
It's a little more diverse.
Yeah.
It can be used as the immediate dinner.
I can do quite a few things. You can just, chow down if you're hungry and on the run, or you can, chop that meat up, use it in a whole bunch of different forms.
Chop them. So what I usually do when we get it, we usually use it for dinner, and then we'll chop the rest of the meat up, dice it up, put it in a Tupperware container, save it for the week for either sandwiches,
salads, whatever.
Salads. And then what we do, we take the entire bone.
Yeah.
And then we do chicken pho.
Oh, okay.
We use it for chicken pho in our house.
The stock.
Yeah, absolutely. The bones give it more flavor, baby.
Yep.
You need those bones. Got to get boned. We got chicken boned. Good Mailsack there. Sorry if we missed any questions at the YouTube chat or the Vancouver Ford text line or Twitter or anything. Good questions.